Here's a story that will make you think twice about looking into a mirror late at night. It's called Eerie Whisperz presents The Man in the Mirror. Tom was an ordinary man, working at an old antique shop. One day, while dusting the shelves, he found a Gothic-framed mirror. The frame had intricate carvings, and the glass had a faint, misty gray hue. There was an odd allure to it, almost as if something inside was calling out to him. At that moment, he didn't realize that the reflection in the mirror wasn't just a reflection. Driven by curiosity, Tom took the mirror home and placed it in his bedroom. That night, strange things began happening. As he turned in bed, he caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror, but there was a slight delay in his reflection's movements. At first he dismissed it as exhaustion playing tricks on his eyes. But then, the whispers began. At first they were faint, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. But as days passed, they grew clearer, almost human-like. One night, Tom woke up to find that his reflection wasn't mirroring him. While he sat upright in bed, his reflection stood and smiled at him. His chest tightened, his body froze. The reflection leaned in, and in a deep metallic voice spoke, "Let me out." Tom jumped back in terror, but his reflection remained motionless. Something was in the mirror, and now it wanted him to know. That night he covered the mirror with a thick blanket, but the whispers persisted. They became more distinct, more desperate, as if something trapped within was begging for release. The next day he decided to sell the mirror or return it to the shop. But no matter what he did, the mirror refused to leave. Whenever he tried moving it, the glass darkened, shadows danced across its surface, and the whispers turned to incomprehensible chants. Each night his reflection seemed to stare longer, move more deliberately. Finally, Tom resolved to ignore it completely. Then one night, the whispers stopped altogether. Silence fell, and for the first time he felt a sense of relief. The next morning he entered the bathroom, splashed water on his face, and looked at himself in the mirror. His reflection moved normally. He let out a deep breath, thinking that whatever haunted him was gone. But as he locked eyes with his reflection, his blood ran cold. The man in the mirror smiled and winked. From that moment on, Tom was different. His friends noticed a change in him. His voice was deeper, his demeanor colder. He wasn't quite the same, but who could tell which one was real? Perhaps the real Tom was still trapped inside the mirror, waiting to escape.